Hello, welcome back to JC's Learning Edge. I'm so glad that you're here for another Friday deep dive. And if you caught Wednesday's midweek motivation, you would know that we talked about reverse engineering your goals, which is just the idea that success doesn't start with motivation, it starts with structure. You see, most people dream forward, but real achievers plan backward. Because when you start with the end in mind, every decision you make today has direction. So today we're going to go deeper on this topic of reverse engineering success, turning vision into action. And I'm going to show you three practical strategies to reverse engineer your success, whatever it might be, step by step, so you can stop hoping for progress and start building it. So grab a notebook because this one's meant to spark transformation. So let's get right into it. My first point is define the destination. Clarity creates confidence. Before you can reverse engineer anything, you need a clear destination. Most people say general and broad statements like I want to be successful, but they never define what success actually looks like. That's like typing somewhere into your GPS. What'll happen? What will happen? You'll end up anywhere. So here's your first assignment. Describe your destination in detail. If your goal is to graduate, what does that look like? Is it walking across the stage? Is it degree in hand? Is it landing the job that your degree qualifies you for? Get very specific and ask yourself, what will my life look like when I achieve this? What problem will be solved and who will benefit because I reach this goal? The clearer your picture, the stronger your plan. I'm going to say that again. The clearer your picture, the stronger your plan. And clarity creates confidence, and confidence produces consistency. Once you define your finish line, you'll start seeing which steps are essential and which are distractions. And that's how achievers move differently. They're not just busy, they're aligned. And that leads me to my second point, work backward in milestones, turn vision into a timeline. Now that you know where you're going, it's time to trace your steps backward. This is where most people overcomplicate things, but reverse engineering is very simple. Start from the finish line and ask, what has to happen before that? Before this can be done? What has to happen? What must I do? Let's say your destination is to earn your degree in 18 months instead of four years. Okay, start at graduation day. Then, what needs to be completed 3 months before that? Maybe your final project. Then 6 months before that, certain classes or exams. And then a year before that, enrollment, schedule, or financial planning. You see what's happening? You're building a timeline of purpose. Now your big dream has become a chain of checkpoints. And you can use this strategy for any goal. Business, fitness, faith, finances. If let's say your goal is to start a business, right? Let's work backward. We're gonna do it together. Let's say your fifth step is to launch your business. So your fourth step will be finalizing your website and brand materials. Then your third step could be secure startup capital. Your second step can be build your offer or service. But then your first step is identify your audience and niche. And you see, once it's mapped, every step becomes measurable. You can literally check your progress. And that measurement gives you momentum because you won't feel like you're doing the greatest every day. But if you find a way to track your progress, you can see that you're so much better than you were yesterday. And that helps you create momentum to keep going forward till you reach whatever goal you're trying to reach. And when you can see what's next, it stops you from being overwhelmed by what's far away. And that leads me to my third point. Make the steps daily and doable. That's create systems and not be, led by emotions. This is the final piece where the transformation truly happens. So you've got to make your plan practical. We talked about this before about doing, baby steps and not doing overhauls because they're not sustainable. Because a plan that's too big to live out daily will die fast. You need systems, not spurts of energy. So I want you to ask yourself each morning, what's one thing I can do today that moves me closer to my end goal. And if you repeat that daily, you'll gain more progress in 3 months than most people get in a year of wishful thinking. I'm going to say that again. If you repeat that daily, you'll gain more progress in 3 months than most people get in a year of wishful thinking. Systems over emotion means your effort isn't based on how you feel, but on what you've decided. That's why top performers schedule their success. They don't wait to feel motivated because you won't always feel motivated. They have structure, and structure keeps them steady when emotion fades. So try this method. I call it the 3D check-in. Y'all ready? Number one, decide what matters most this week. Number two, do the next small action today. And number three, discipline yourself to repeat it until it becomes normal, until it becomes a part of your routine, until it becomes a new habit that you build. And that's how transformation starts, one practical habit at a time. And if you're ready, if y'all are ready to take this a little deeper, I walk through this process step by step in my book, Graduating Half the Time: The Secrets of Self-Paced Learning. It's not just for students, it's for anyone who's serious about learning faster, planning smarter, and reaching goals more efficiently. You'll learn how to design your learning, your habits, and your time to match your vision, so you can reverse engineer success in every area of life. So grab your copy today on Amazon. I got it in paperback and ebook version. So go check it out. Now we're getting close to the end, but let me leave you with this. Success doesn't come from guessing. It comes from designing. When you reverse engineer your goals, you take control of the narrative. You stop saying someday and you start saying this day. Don't just dream of the stage, schedule the steps. Don't just hope for progress, plan it backwards. Because when you work the plan starts working for you. Now go make this week productive on purpose, not emotional, not based on your emotions, but intentional. And remember, success doesn't shout, it shows up. And that being said, I'll see y'all next week. Bye bye.